All right, heading out to put my tree stand up. John uses a climbing one, but I'm not into it. I could probably get up, but then I don't like the thought of getting down. So I like the ladder, it's easier. So anyways, we're going to take that out. We got feed, apples, molasses, and get my spot set up. And then hopefully I can start trying. John's been out for consistently for like at least a month, but no luck yet. But we don't really take time off work, so we don't really we can't put whole days out, so we just do like, you know, a couple hours after work. Yeah. Well, it's pouring rain, but if we don't get this thing set up, then I'm never going to get out. I haven't been out once yet because John's been going out and I've just been staying home and doing other stuff. And finally we're like, okay, we gotta get this out. Two hunters is better than one. This is John's stand. He's got one of those climbing ones because he physically and mentally is fine with that. I am too lazy for that nonsense, so we're putting up a ladder stand. This is the tree that he's been using. So he's basically just going to move to another spot because we have several set up with cameras that we've been watching. And it kind of bounces around. The bucks have started moving, so they've been more in this spot right now as opposed to our farthest spot where he was before. But there's our bait pile there, and we've got a camera kind of behind John, a ways back there on the bait pile, so should be good shot from here. So we hunt with bow. We have guns, but we just prefer to hunt with bow. The season's longer. We hunt crown lands, so there's way too much competition during rifle and stuff, so bow we can start well before them and we can hunt well past when they can. So we pretty much just pull out of here during rifle. Moose actually ends tonight at sundown, but the only hunt camp in this area is gone already, so they either tagged out or they didn't. They just packed up and left. 16 feet. Whoa. On the bottom, please? Yes, I can. Really? Yeah. Right now we're just doing like corn, feed and molasses, some apples. We don't do carrots here. Nothing wants to eat them here. Sometimes like later season, once they get really desperate, they'll start to eat them. But there's the camera.
It came in the second time, it came in right through here. And then usually they come in right on the other side of that hemlock. So it's kind of brushy, you'll kind of hear them crunch, 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 slowly. Get your stance.
All right, here I am. I'm not wearing my hunting stuff right now. Well, somewhat. Just wearing coveralls right now because we're not actively hunting right now. I cheaped out and just got like a single one, but I tried to make sure the platform was big enough that I could stand. It is a little bit annoying. Technically, I can stand up with the seat down, but it's pretty scary. Like, I risk falling forward, so you almost have to, like, when you see something, try to slowly put the seat back and stay standing. But yeah, they tend to come in through here and then keep moving out towards one of John's spots. All right, moving John from that spot because that one's going to be easier for me. He picks some pretty intricate spots. Anyways, what we do is we drive our machine in to like kind of near our spots, and we just have these two little pails, and we have this pure molasses, apples. We'll fill one pail with this feed. And then the other one's got apples. And then
some molasses on it.
we just top it off with that. This is another spot, as you can see, and like it's all dug at dirt. There's no leaves, and we haven't even put any food here in over a week, and there isn't even any leaves sitting on this spot. Got another feedlot to put out. John's gonna move this, and I'm gonna go. We park away from where we're going, so we're gonna hike in. He's gonna go on this side, and I'm gonna go over here. Did we get it done? We got it done. Last night, John got this one at 5:52. It came in, and it's the first one that's come in during daylight, like in the whole time that we've been sitting out. And yeah, managed to take a shot. It's a nice 10-pointer. Probably John's best deer, maybe, right?
Yeah, I'd say.
We don't typically hang our deer. We just process them right away, pretty much. Debone them. And yeah, it hung last night, but that's just because it was like nighttime, and it was -8 last night, so it was fine. So we just gutted it and hung it for the night. But work's super busy still, and we have no time to be able to take off work. So today's Sunday, and it's got to get done today. Anyways, I won't show too much of breaking it down because I don't know how people feel about it. But I mean, I just showed a dead deer hanging from a tractor anyways. But I'll show it like after it's broken down, and then we'll process it inside. But yeah, he's just skinning it right now first. And then we'll break it down and put it in like totes, Rubbermaid totes. And then we'll do the rest inside because it's a pretty nice day today. We could do it outside. We got a bear this week, actually. We got a bear and a deer this week. And we did the bear outside that morning. It was like 22 degrees that day, so we had to do it right away. You can see the celebratory driveway beers that we had with the neighbors that helped us drag it out last night. Yeah, I went about, like 80 yards maybe? 70, 80 yards from where he got it. And then his spot from like an accessible trail was probably another like... It was probably 100 yards from the trail. 100 yards, so... 108, like, yeah, almost 200 yards we had to drag it, so not the worst thing, but it was nice to have a bunch of neighbors. Those dressed the part today. Yeah. It's hunting season, so you gotta have your orange on.
Yeah, I'm happy I got this yesterday because rifle hunts for 2 weeks tomorrow. So I just try to stay out of there because I hunt crown land, and there's people everywhere when it comes to gun season. But bow, nobody really seems to want to be out there, so I like it.
All right, so far all of this is for ground. We're working on a back leg right now.
Yep.
And man, this is way bigger than our one last year. This one was probably like well over 200 something pounds. We don't have a scale, so we're not really 100% sure. And then this is scraps. We've already emptied one bowl of scraps. Making pretty good time. A lot faster than other ones we've done, even though it's bigger. Possibly having a beer while we do it. But we have decided only to keep the nicest roasts. This part you can turn into a roast, but we're just going to grind it because we're still anticipating getting another deer. And honestly, it's like the roast, you can vacuum seal them, but they're like bulky, so they take up more space in the freezer. So we're going to grind most of this stuff because it's easy, versatile. Roasts are great, but yeah, again, ground is so much easier to use, and we'll make more roasts if we get another buck. All right, that's pretty much that. We go in between all the ribs. This is where the arrow went in, though, so there's damage around there. That's that. These pieces, because this was on a tarp, and then people were walking on it today in the driveway. There's like pieces of gravel and stuff on this, so all this has to be rinsed. And then, yeah, so then we'll start grinding and vacuum sealing, which is going to take forever. What time is it now?
8:30.
Great. So now all we got to do is cut our steaks from our back straps, and we're ready to grind. So this is what, how many of these? We have 4. 4 pieces this size. So that's phenomenal. That's way more than last year. And the steaks are going to be way bigger.
Steak?
Yeah. Oh, lastly, grinding. And I mean, we haven't gotten to the vacuum sealing yet, but we got to grind more than I've seen personally. This is a pretty big bin. I don't actually know. Like, maybe it says it on the label. I'm not sure, but it's overflowing. Do the first grind, then we're going to do the second grind, and then we're going to start vacuum sealing. So we've got all our steaks, which is an insane amount of steaks. These roasts are like easily twice the size of the roast that we got last year. And then the tenderloins are like hiding underneath. Still grinding. I think we're going to put the ground away for the night, but we're going to package these tonight, which is going to take another hour at least. But yeah, there's we'd be like the entire night if we did this, so there's no way. All right, well, last night we were up till 11:30 at night processing the deer. And we got everything ground, but not packaged. But we packaged like the roasts, the steaks, the tenderloins. And we just could not get we knew that the ground meat was going to take so long. There's so much of it. So it's going to take a while. So I've pre-labeled these. I just wrote November buck 2024. If I get one in November, I'm going to have to just like name it something else. Okay, so this is one thing. It's like an entire like meat processing tote of it, and then we also have this massive steel bowl filled with it. So after we're finished, I'm going to weigh everything and we'll figure out how much we ended up having. And this dog is super mouthy right now. Well, we got 72 pounds of ground meat total. We've got all these. I still have to finish labeling these. We did, these are all 2-pound packages for like chilies, shepherd's pie, lasagna, whatever. And then these 1-pound packages are just easy for like when we have tacos, we just split a pound of meat. Most pastas, like stuff like that, whatever we want to use it for. I don't know, so many different ways, but it's convenient to have just 1-pound packs mostly. We use food saver bags. I know a lot of people use butcher wrap. It's probably a lot cheaper. One thing I like about these more than those game bags is for space with your deep freezer. You can flatten these after you vacuum seal them, so they're like paper thin, and we make sure that they all fit compact, and it really saves space in the freezer versus like a bunch of game bags.
Also thawing time.
Well, thawing time too. Like a lot of times we forget to take something out for dinner because all our meat's always frozen. And then we go to make dinner after work, come home late, we're tired. This is so fast to thaw. Well, we were on our way to work this morning and a friend called us, and one of the employees on his crew hit a deer on their way into the yard. So we literally just processed John's buck on Sunday. We literally just, processed John's on Sunday, have another tag to fill. Work's really busy, but can't pass up more meat for the freezer. So here we are. No work today and possibly a Costco trip to go buy another freezer. You birds. Oh my gosh. These are little dinosaurs. I'm telling you, you guys have been spoiled lately. You never know if you're going to get a deer. Every year, we're always lucky. I just purchased this 15-pound bag of mealworms on Amazon for the birds, because every year as the weather gets colder and we get into winter, we always up their protein levels. So we'll feed them more mealworms. We'll start putting like sunflower seeds into their food, and it's just good for them. It helps their bodies produce more heat and keep them warm in the winter, because you never know, like if you're gonna get a deer every year. You know, there's lots of people that can go their whole life without filling a deer tag, and we've been really lucky. Combination of where we live, it's good population, but also the amount of work that we put into it. We put a ton of work every year, all year really, into monitoring like what's in the area. We go for lots of walks in the bush. We are smart about where we pick our spots, and not to mention how much time we actually do sit out as well. John had put a ton of time sitting out so far this year. We, instead of, like going and dumping an entire 50-pound bag of feed out, we always put just a little bit out, and we go out almost every day just to dump like a little pail of food, couple apples, just to keep the animals enticed and continuously monitor and see what comes through. So yeah, it's so far so good. John's filled the buck tag. We still have an antlerless tag, which means we can also shoot a buck if we see one of those instead, but it keeps our options open in case we're not seeing the bucks, that we have a doe tag if we can see doe. But then we got this doe today that was hit unfortunately by somebody, and so that's potentially a third deer, second right now, but we potentially still have a third deer to get. So I'm super thankful, super lucky. Right now though, we've got to go an hour and 20 minutes away to our closest Costco. It's an hour and 20 away, and we're going to pick up a deep freezer that we'd been talking about anyways. But when we put that buck away the other day, like 2 nights ago, we just fit it in our freezer. So there's no way this one's gonna fit, and there's no way another one's gonna fit, or the fish that we will catch this winter. There's just no way. So yeah, we're off to go shopping now. All right, the date is November 18th today? 17th, 18th. Rifle ended yesterday at sundown. We hunt bow. And we hunt crown land, so we pulled out of here for 2 weeks, and we just put our cameras back up last night, but we didn't have time to set the deer stand back up. Before, I'm going to put it in this tree this time. Before, I had the bait pile there, and I was up that maple there. The setup's going to be a little bit better. The camera is on the bottom of that maple there, and we've got the bait pile right there, which puts me a little bit further away. The other one was pretty close. Like I thought it was too close. I feel like it was only like a 15-yard shot, and I pretty much felt like I was sitting like right over top of it. So I had my doubts that I'd be able to be concealed enough. This time I'm going to go kind of up under these hemlock limbs a bit on this maple, and it gives me a view of this whole ridge. Now we do the unsafe part. The hunters had like 20-degree weather. It felt like summer time here. And then the second week it dipped again, but still not crazy cold. But we had a new moon though, which was kind of to their advantage because the deer were moving in the daylight more. And the last few nights the moon's been pretty bright, so might have to wait a bit. To our advantage, the only hunt camps around here only hunt rifle. So there's nobody around here hunting bow. So we know from being up here all these years and being back here that we don't see a soul past rifle season. And we don't see anybody before that. That's why we're hunting before, because bear opens September 1st. So we're out here basically like year round other than rifle. Rifle's the only time that we really leave from this spot. So we're pretty confident that we don't see anybody. So it's good. It's good for us. Lucky, because Crown land is getting harder and harder to hunt. And where we hunt is not really like, it's not hard to access, that's for sure. But just, sounds like shut up. But it's not insane to access. It's not hard. So we're just lucky because we border like pretty much Crown land. So it's right at our back doorstep. I love this though. I missed it. That was a hard 2 weeks. It's so nice to like be out here and sit out here and just enjoy the silence. You don't want complete silence though. You want to hear that buck rolling in. But it's, like the sun is setting right now over the ridge and it's not too cold, but it's crisp right now. And yeah, that was a hard 2 weeks because we wanted to be back here, but we could not that we couldn't, but it's just like the people that hunt rifle around here take up so much territory and they like bounce around and they do pushes and they run dogs and they think they own the place. So it's like Crown land is huge, can't be everywhere at once, but these people really like they split up and I don't see them sitting much. Like they're kind of like four-wheeler hunters. Like they just drive along trails and they look off of trails for stuff. And it's just, there's too much going on. And it's not worth it. It's not worth running into somebody that has a bad attitude. So yeah, happy to be back out here where there's nobody. This old oak right here. That's a big one, eh? Size of this oak tree. That limb is like, I don't know how that hasn't failed yet. It's quite open. It's amazing what you find too, just walking around in here. We don't have like, it's not really during hunting season that we explore through here. It's more like the off season. We'll hike with the dog a lot. And we'll explore more during hunting season. It's more like get in, set up, bait, pull out, watch your cameras, sit out. But we don't do too much walking around because we're not hunting with a rifle. We just aren't really walking around or sitting, being quiet. The perks of being an arborist, so we've got the tools. Just do some minor trimming.
Shooting lanes.
Some shooting lanes. Oh, well, be careful though. Just perfecting our pruning. This is like a single stand and it doesn't have a huge platform. There is ones that have bigger ones. But I think if I'm careful, I can get a shot behind me a bit. Like that's where the other bait pile used to be. I can get a really clear shot in through here. And of course, like right here. We're allowed to bait here. I'm sure that like there's certain places where it's illegal to bait, but it's completely legal here, as well as on Crown land, which is, I guess in the States you'd call it like public land. You're allowed to bait. So we only put out, like this minimal, like tiny little pail of corn every time we come out. But it just keeps them sort of interested in coming out. Oh, missed. Heard him fly away. Bush chicken lives to see another day. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
No more tail
Just over
feathers.
his head.
Ah, dang it. So we haven't been out since rifle. We put our cameras back out, but we haven't ended up going out because we were just busy, and we've just been also just monitoring like what's coming in on the cameras. And we have had, go figure, it's like the day that we're at work, not even planning on sitting out. We had a daylight buck, which, you know, that was an opportunity missed, but at the same time, maybe it wouldn't have been there if we were actually out there. But yeah, what's the date today? Now it's November the 24th, I believe. So we're just heading out. One of our far cameras, the batteries are dead, so we're gonna go change that and bring the bow in case we see another bush chicken. All right, so we're just heading into a trail where we had put a camera for fun the other week. It's nowhere near where we hunt. We just went on like a really long walk. Was kind of just checking stuff out, and we had an extra camera that we hadn't really decided what to do with, and we just thought, let's put it out for fun, put a little thing of feed out and see if we get different animals than what we, or different deer than what we get where we normally hunt, because it's not in the same area at all. But go figure, the batteries died, so now we have to hike it and get it. This is the spot we found. It's like deep in on Crown land. Looks like people have come in here before to like potentially moose hunt, which is common around here. Like there's so much public land hunting around here, or Crown land. There's bone. And over here, kind of cool. There's an old moose skull. Here's the heads that we were talking about for the partridge.
That's loose.
Oh,
There
well, you fix and then you show.
Yeah. So it's kind of blunt end to it, and then these stuff, if it gets caught on brush or stops when it hits the animal, so it doesn't do too much damage. But
so yeah, no stabby, just
yes.
like
Thumpy, thumpy.
thumpy. Oh, beaver NATO came through here. It's like every single one he felled did not come down, and they're just like hung up everywhere. And it goes like all the way down through that valley. Like literally, he's felled trees everywhere, and not one came down. Poor guy. Tough. It's tough. November 27th. Sick of this. We keep doing things at home or we're at work, and the bucks are showing up in broad daylight. So today is the day. We're going out. Hopefully with good luck. Forgot my bow though, so we have to go back and get it. Oopsies! December 1st. We got 15 inches of snow last night here. Well, between last night and the night before. So tons of snow. Haven't had anything on the cameras though. They must have like hunkered down for it. It was like either they'd be on the move or they're hunkered down. So haven't seen anything, but have a good feeling they'll be on the move tonight. So we're gonna head out, drop some food on the snow, because whatever was left out there is buried, and hope for the best, because if I don't go out tonight and then I see something, I'm gonna be pissed. Ready?
ready.
All right, let's do it. Are you warm enough?
Oh yeah.
Just got a sweater on.
Yeah.
All right. Got the snacks preloaded. Molasses in the middle. Got my hot packs. I can't wear gloves. I've tried and I can't do it. So I keep my hands in my pockets, these in my pockets, and yeah, try not to get too cold. It's a little hard to get in here today. Oh my gosh. Come on, tree. Well, the date today is now December the 3rd, and as you can see, we've got a ton of snow. We got 15 inches the other day, and today we're supposed to get another like 4 to 6 inches. So there was a ton of activity at the cameras last night. Unbelievable. I'll attach the images of what went on last night, of course in the middle of the night, but this morning we're gonna go drop some feed, and we're gonna do a little bit of a walk around and see, because it is snow and it's snowing now, so it's gonna get covered soon, but we want to go see their tracks, see if we can tell like their path, where they're bedding down. We're pretty sure we know where they have been bedding down, but again, I don't know, we're just not catching them in the daylight, so I'm gonna just do some investigating. I'm gonna go climb my stand. I got this at the dollar store. It's like this self-adhesive, it's like vet wrap pretty much, but my stand has the bar that I put my bow on is just metal, and it slides and it makes like a bit of noise when you go to take your bow off of it. So I had this idea that if I wrap the bar with this stuff, that maybe it'd be better. It's cool now that there's snow, you're able to see where they come in from. Like when there's a bunch of leaves in the fall, you can see like really beat down game trails, but you can't see like their sporadic entrances. Like they're coming in from all different ways right now, which like it opens your options for where you want to move to. Like right now his climbing stand is right up there. But he said that he might move further in because there's a lot of activity back in there, and they sort of funnel from out there, and then I don't know, they come in from different areas here, but it changes every day. But it's neat with the snow to be able to see right now. So we've got one more spot. We have 2 more spots, but the other spot was just kind of for fun to see what came in. We haven't put any more food there lately, and we don't have any stand or anything set up there, so we're just going to get one of our farthest cameras, the one that we had out for fun. There's just not a lot happening, and it's kind of crunch time right now. Today's the 3rd, we have till the 15th to fill our tags, so we're going to move it closer to these other spots, maybe in some spots where we saw some decent activity, so that John, like I'm not able to really move, I have a ladder stand, but John's able to like get up and go and change spots. So now muzzleloader's open right now too. It's open from the 2nd to the 8th. We don't do muzzleloader, but we got some friends that do, but not around here. So what I'm getting at is we haven't seen anybody out here at all. We saw a trapper the other day. He was probably just checking or setting some traps. Probably setting, because I haven't seen him out this way in the last little while. But yeah, anyways, also gonna have to go home and dry off. I should have tied my hair back and I didn't, and like I'm gonna be soaked by the time we get back home. I'm not John's just going to get the other camera. I'm just going to sit here. I don't need to go walk in and get a camera. It's picking up pretty good right now. Tonight might be, I don't know, it might be a bust. I think we'll still try to go out, but I just don't know like what, if anything will be out or if they'll be hunkered down. So at this point though, like it's going to be hard for them to feed. So stuff that we put out is easy for them. So John's only been gone for like a couple minutes and there's already this much snow. It's really coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not calling for like an insane amount. Nowhere near what we got the other day, but it's like...
It could be wrong. Let's hope.
It's pretty consistent right now, though. And then it's like Monday's calling for rain now. Today is Wednesday. And Monday, they're calling for 10 millimeters of rain. So, like, I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. But it says it's going to be like 6 degrees. These are our winters now, people. This is what we're dealing with. It's like super promising and exciting for a bit. And yeah, this side-by-side has been a game changer for us because, like, we have snowmobiles. And with this much snow right now, it'd be great to just get a deer out in the toboggan with the snowmobile. But at the same time, we've got so much water right now. None of the holes have froze up. Some froze up last night, and then we just, like, broke through them with this. Well, this is my cue to go home for a bit. It's picking up pretty good. I'm drenched. Like, this is just like one of those vests that you wear under a coat. But I'm wearing it over top, which is fine. It works. But I'm wearing long underwear, but then I'm just wearing a sweater, so it's wet. My hair is soaked. My hat will soak through. And I'm wearing just coveralls, non-insulated coveralls, because I'm wearing long underwear. But I need this long underwear to be dry for when we go out later. And I know that it's going to soak through. Look at the windshield. John's just going to set a camera up. But yeah, it's really nice to see anyway. It's Christmassy and wintry, and I'm a winter person through and through, so it's nice, but definitely cold. John no sooner got in tonight from his deer stand with no luck, and we got a picture of our buddy finally got a deer this season. They've been struggling hard all year. Not that they haven't been trying. They've been trying a lot, but it's just, it was crunch time. And super excited that they got one. Go figure, his wife Katrina is in Niagara this weekend with family, and he was on his own with their Honda, so he would have had to strap it to the roof. So go figure as well. The weather is absolutely terrible tonight. We're supposed to get 20 centimeters of snow, and it's coming down hard right now. Roads probably won't be plowed, but we're on our way to help, and that's what we do. It's exciting. He was like being stubborn and going to try to do it himself, and we were like, no, it's exciting. You can't do this by yourself and not share this moment with anybody else.
We've been shooting and would have coincided with the timing.
We have arrived. It's a little bit snowy. Look how Christmassy Katrina is tonight. She's not even here. December the 10th, 2024. It's crunch time. And the last 2 days or 3 days of the hunt, we have till the 15th. We've got Christmas stuff going on. So